So we're going to start with the seatbelt grip, and this is one of the most common controls which we're going to be working on also from the chest to chest pin and a few other positions as well. The top hand is for choking, the bottom hand is for control. This is what helps keep their back pinned to my chest. Secondly, it also the arm by arm. So there's a couple of things I want to work on. Is one of the biggest misconceptions that happens in back control is that if I grab and squeeze and bring my elbows in, Tracy can squeeze her arm on the inside and my arm's now caught. Where if I went the opposite way, where I went this side here, it's going to tip Tracy to the side I need her to be on, and it also makes my grips better. So as I go to do my choke, Tracy's going to hand fight. I open up the collar and put my hand in. Let's have a look at that in some more detail. So from here, okay, hands come in, elbows flare, go for my choke. As she goes to defend the choke, open, put my thumb in, does not have to be super deep. While her hands are concentrated on the top hand, my bottom hand goes in, thumb down, and once again, it does not have to be super deep. The hand that does the choking is my bottom hand, not the top hand. So it's a really good thing for me. So Tracy's concentration is on the top hand. Keep it tipped to the side. Pull my elbow, my left elbow, my bottom elbow backwards over her shoulder. Extend my arms and get my choke. So this is one of the chokes that's really different because I want to have the separation on the choke. Most of the chokes want to be super tight. So palm to palm. It doesn't matter which way, but you're going to find one way is easier to tip the shoulders. Pull in, tip the shoulder, go for the choke. Defend, bottom hand opens up, just get a grip. Does not have to be super high. While they're concentrating on this hand here, thumb goes in on the bottom. So just get the bottom gate. Once again, it doesn't have to be super high. Pull your left elbow over. This is the hardest part, is extend your right hand and pull my elbows together on the hip and lean back. So this will keep my partner down and control the distance management. Where I find if I'm here, Tracy can open the legs up and roll left and right. When I'm here, I'm actually shoving her butt to the ground, which makes her locked into position. One more time. Palms, flare, haha, gonna choke you. No, you're not. Yes, I am. No, you're not. You got it. Okay, here. Elbow over the top. 1, 2, lean. The thing I like about this choke most is it hurts. It's not one of those chokes where you kind of go, it's a comfortable choke where, this is one of those ones you're like, man, that's hurting and choking me. Right, so I enjoy doing this to people. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Just a small detail. And there's a couple of, key points that happen is, generally I'm going to protect my choke hand. Because if my choke hand's on top and that pried off, I don't get the choke. So generally I'm going to protect the choke hand. Right, so this is kind of like, I'm protecting it. So if Tracy does hand fight, what's normally going to happen? They're going to cleave that hand anyway, so I'll get access to the collar. It's important, but not important. Because once I'm here, most guys, it actually is really hard for them to get. Yeah, so the opening up is better. And I can now really open up and get it. So they're going to go, I need to fight this. As I put that down, thank you, they almost put it where I want it to be. So that I'm watching you guys play. Now this is the next part. I've got to stop saying that. Some of you, what you're doing is you're flaring here, pull the top one over. Straighten your arms in and then sit back. The more I'm flared, the more space it is for Tracy to turn, yes. So take the space away. So when we're here, elbows together, I'm going to loosen this right, feet on the hips, squeeze, pull. So Tracy does try to turn, got it. Now, let's just say that Tracy's really stubborn. She's not, let's just pretend. 1. And you can finish the choke. Like you've got so many options just to take the controls right out. And now my legs on the shoulders, pushing you down as well. I've never had to do that, I only do it because it's fun. And I get my feet near your face and it's horrible and all that. But if you've got long legs versus a shorter person, that kind of seals the deal. It's a really good way just to finalise the choke, because even if they turn their hips left and right, there's still, your choke is still in your legs, so it's really hard for them to disengage the choke. 1, 2, 3. With a turtle. And number one is that anytime I commit my hand while Tracy has balance, she can elbow squeeze and roll me over the top, right? You know, so one of the things I want to do is I want to get my weight down, and I want to push my partner this way so that the weight's on her hand. So if she does lift her hand up, she's going to get rolled over. Does that kind of, so it's hard for them to roll. Number two is, as I put my weight, so I'm super low, I'll go and I'll feed the bottom collar this time, not the top collar. So the collar that's closest to me, I'll feed the thumb to here. Now what will happen is, if Tracy does now try to elbow squeeze and roll, I've got her on my side, so it's really hard for her to roll me that way because I'm pulling her here. And I've got it's kind of annoying on the neck, yeah. And I've kind of got like a semi-choke. It's not a choke, but it kind of is a semi. So this, that sounds really weird. Okay, so the next thing about it is, it means it's only on one carotid, it's not on both carotids, to just fix what I said, okay. The second thing is, this is what I mean by rolling with the mind. So if I sit here and I pull Tracy, I've got no control because she's landing on my hips, I can't get my legs out, and it's really easy for Tracy to pretty much do whatever she wants to do from here. So what I'm trying to do from here is I go a big post, knee to the outside of the elbow and roll. And this is going to put them into the back control position. And from here, what I was saying about the grip is I can just grip here. I don't actually have to have the collar. I can just grip here. I can grip. It's the same thing. But now, okay, elbow comes over, extend, and then it's going to be a faster choke. I find sometimes this takes a longer to do. So the more that I grip deeper, like more here, the faster the choke comes on. So a lot of time they're going to be denying that they're going to pull quite. I'm like, okay, cool, I'll just get hold of your shoulder. But remember, the choke hand's this hand here. So as the shoulder comes over, the choke's actually quite a deep choke. So I want you guys to kind of get out of that, guys and girls, to get out of the habit of that. I have to get my thumb. You need the bottom thumb. You don't actually need the top thumb, you know, which is a really interesting kind of style choke. So the two things, once again, is to make sure that Tracy can't roll me over. I go hip height, push and feed the gi, and tension it. How do I tension it? I pull my elbow backwards over her back. That gives me the space to slide. You can already see what's happening. Cool, thank you. Bomb. Get a grip. I'm not holding the collar. It's just a fist near her face. My foot's already on the hip. Second foot on the hip. And the choke's pretty much on already. The thing I like about it is that the partner and my opponent's kind of offside. They're not in a really good position. They're kind of like posting, and it's like, I'm like, get rid of the post to get rid of the choke. They're going to take my back. So they have this little mental battle that goes on, and they'll generally try to use the wrong hand to get rid of the choke, which makes the choke come on twice as fast. Okay, go and kick your chest. Longer body, you just need to take a bigger step. Okay. So, same deal again. I'm not over my partner. I actually spread out wide and push the collar, and I'm here. So I don't want to pull my partner here because I've got zero control. So big post, knee here, just get a grip. I've managed to get my thumb in, which is even better. My bottom foot's already on the hip. Start my choke, move away. Now, if you're having trouble, then backwards. 1, 2, 3. A little bit, so I've got back control on Tracy again. And hooks in, seatbelt grip. Once again is she hand fights, opens up the collar, thumb goes in. And what's happening is Tracy's kind of like got a really good, and I'm trying to get the choke on, but Tracy starts to use her right hand to disengage my foot off the hip, so she gets, and I'm trying to move in. What's happening is Tracy's going to turn her head, this sounds really weird, to her right, and she's going to try and pop her head out under that's the escape. So what happens is a lot of people turn their head to their left and try and put their back on the ground, which actually puts the choke on. So you want to kind of create a space here and slide down. Yes, same as a bow and arrow choke, right? So if I have the bow and arrow choke on you from here, you want to look that way, pull the elbow and get out of the bow and arrow choke. I can't armbar you because both my hands are committed to the choke. So I've got I'm feeling pretty good about myself, okay? Feeling all right here. So I'm like, man, she's good. So number one, she says, put your foot underneath the knee. Drive your left elbow to the ground, kick it, yes you can. Come over the top. Now, spin around, Trace. So we end up here. This is the hardest part about the move. Without taking your weight off the shoulders, without taking your weight off the hands. Kick your legs, switch your legs. Start to walk around, Tracy, and the choke will come on. So I'm winding the choke on now from here. The right hand's not doing the choke anymore, it's the left hand doing the choke. All right, so let's have a look at that again. So the reason, like people kind of go, well, why would you kick them over? It's because they're doing the correct escape. They're actually getting out of the choke. They're doing the correct escape by disengaging the foot on the hip so that they can turn, right? So Tracy's pretty savvy. She's like, man, I know what to do. I'm like, man. So here, as I apply the choke, so foot, turn, heavy. Right, punch all my weight, switch my hips, start to walk. To get the choke. Don't take your chest off and keep your hands pinned to the ground. That disables them from being able to move and they're kind of stuck there. A couple of times I've done this, people can't tap, they kind of have to do the foot tap. So if you are doing it, just make sure that your partner is safe, that they're not having a quick nap on you. Okay, 1, 2, 3. This is the concept, it's a chest to chest, right? So the back pin, chest to chest, seatbelt grip. And if you create space, they're going to use the space. So here, good grip, disables, foot comes on, just going to go that way anyway. So kick him over, bob, so use your hook, kick him over, disengage, spin my head. Spin. Here. I have to keep my chest back. So what I'm seeing is some of you, when you're switching, you've lost it. Well, you haven't lost it, you've made it more difficult than it needs to be. So, here, extend your legs, walk your legs, stay low. Don't come up. Just keep him pinned to the ground. I'm saying something like you're switching here. He's got space to move. Yeah. So I've landed here. Okay. Chest on his back, legs long, walk it, switch, stay heavy on him. The choke will be an exceptionally tight choke. They can't move, they can't roll me over, they're pinned to the ground. But I have to keep that pressure on you the whole time. That's what makes this choke such a great choke, is that there's no space for you to move out of it. So you've got to keep your chest on. Okay, let's go again, 1, 2, 3. See a difference on that?
So if you have that little bit of movement into the neck.
100%. Yes, he's driving back underneath. Let go of your foot, Yep, don't let him up. Yeah, you're in a good, so don't lose your position or the submission.